Dr. Thando Sibanda is back on the coaching class. He's an international personal coach, motivator, author. He's our friend. He's a very important cog of this show. Last time I spoke to Dr. T, we spoke about engaging this new decade. But you know, it's easy to talk about engaging it, but what do I need to stay engaged in this decade? And Dr. T now is here today to speak about the 5 stays in the decade. Dr. T, good evening.
Good evening.
Always good to see you.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm very
Whatever you eat, you're looking good, Dr. T. Keep on eating it. Don't stop.
It's called a treadmill.
So, is it the treadmill?
It's the treadmill.
I'm going to eat the treadmill when I leave here.
Sure.
So you say in building up from the last teaching of engaging the decade,
Right.
there's an offering that looks at purpose achievers. I like that.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yes.
you know, it's one thing to have a purpose, but you need to achieve it. You need to achieve that purpose, and therefore there are steps to take to get there.
Right.
I want us to talk about that, Dr. T, because I agonized. I promise you, when you left here, I was moved.
Yeah.
But I said, but I need more tools. How do I get there? How do I make sure that by 2030 I can
Right.
look back and say, this is what I did?
Ah.
So what are these 5 things that need to happen?
All right, lovely. I think it's important, as you said, to build up on just the whole concept of engaging the decade. Once you understand the fact that life happens in decades,
Yes.
you know, when it's lived forwards but understood backwards.
Yeah.
You know, and you name your decades, and you know when your decade shifts have happened. You know, the idea is, well, you've scoped your decade, you've clarified your season, you know what season you are in, you've then designed your year according to the season which speaks to the decade, and you are now winning your day.
Yes.
But there are certain things that need to be in place, and I like how you put it. You know, there are 5 stays that I've come up with that just help people remain engaged. See, sometimes you can have a vision but disengage from the vision.
Yes.
And that's why a lot of things remain undone. You know, that's why that book is still undone. That's why,
Why are you
that
getting personal,
remodeling
Dr.
thing is still undone. You know, that's why that trip is still not, because a lot of times we have the vision but we're disengaged.
Yes.
And so I'm going to talk about these 5 stays. The first one is, I say, stay focused. If you want decade effectiveness, over and above everything you are doing, stay focused, stay engaged. Why is this important? This is very critical because focus speaks of emphasis. It speaks of concentration, single-mindedness. It speaks of something that's at the heart. You know, focus is very important because you arrive at focus through elimination. Mm-hmm. You know, yes. You arrive at focus through elimination.
I like that.
You know, right now my eyes see you. It's a wide shot.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of things. But the moment I focus on you, I literally eliminate everything else
Take out the noise.
Yes,
because there's so much noise in our life.
There's so much noise. There's so much hustle. There's so much bustle. There's so much buzzing. But the moment you start to focus, you eliminate every other sound. More like what an eagle does when it's in flight. You know, it can be a couple of thousand feet above sea level, and it can see a rabbit. The moment it sees a rabbit and it focuses on it, the eyes defocus everything else around. So it eliminates everything else and simply fixates itself on its target, and then it zooms in.
So what you're saying is that you probably have to obsess about this thing that you focused on, about this purpose.
Right. You know, this is where my decade is going. You know, this is the season I'm in. This is what my year looks like, and I'm winning the day. I remain focused. In fact, it's a bit of a juxtaposition between Jack and master. You know, we say some people are Jack. You know, you're a Jack of all trades, but a master of none. So being focused and staying focused is about moving from being Jack to being master.
Yes.
You know, don't be a Jack of all trades. Be a master of one.
Yes.
It's not about being all things to all people. It's about being some things to some people. Why? Because when you focus and you know this is where you are going, you will definitely hit your decade goal.
Second one, Dr. T.
Right. The second one is, I call it stay together. Stay together. Now, this is very important because it speaks about the value of fostering relationships around you that speak to where you are going.
Yes.
In fact, the critical thing here is that you need a community of friends and a community of dream supporters and a community of like-minded people that you hang around.
Yes.
If you want to be a billionaire or a millionaire, but you are hanging around broke people who are always saying "ish," you know, you
That
hang
will
around.
never work.
If you hang around the "ish" generation,
Yes.
you will never get to where you need to go.
Yeah.
So stay together, gather people around you that buy into where you want to go, that are part of your decade team, you know, that think alike. If you are in business, hang around other people who are successful.
But there are people then, Dr. T, will then say, if I hang around like-minded people,
Right.
I will never get critical feedback. I will get praise singers.
Right. It's like-minded people in terms of vision.
Yes.
Right? It's like-minded people in terms of vision. We're all building. We're all going somewhere. You know, we all have a focus on the future. It's not necessarily like-minded in terms of interest. We all like to play pool together. It's no, this is very vision. This is very focused. And I'll tell you why. It's because your friends. You see, that word "friend" has been misunderstood. When you understand the concept of friendship, when you look at it neuroscientifically, this is someone who has access into your subconscious decision-making process. Now, this is the power of a friend. You see, a friend, normally you have your guard.
Yes.
Your guard is always up. So if a stranger came and suggested something to you, the first question is, why is he talking to me?
Yeah.
What does he stand to gain? This and that and that. No, I don't listen to people I don't know.
Yeah.
But subconsciously, your mind, when it comes to decision making, it doesn't question when it comes from people who you have accepted as part of your trusted core.
Yes.
And that's why friends are so important. That's why friends are like elevator patterns. They can take you up or bring you down. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Why? Because whatever friends suggest, it actually bypasses your intellect, your conscious mind, and goes straight into your subconscious mind. That's why friends are so influential.
Okay, Dr. T, I hear you.
Right.
But then I've got, this circle of good friends, this board of directors of friends who are going to advise me, who are going to keep me on the path. I'm focused on this goal. I'm this eager. But things happen, Dr. T. I get distracted. I lose some money. A job gets gone. I lose a wife or a girlfriend or whatever. People do get distracted. How do I stay put?
Right. Now you have decided who qualifies to be in this circle called your friend.
Yes. Now
The third thing is that for you to achieve and to stay engaged, you need to stay put. In fact, this is very interesting, by the way, because you need to stay put, because once you have focused and once you've made a decision that this is what I'm doing, stick with it. Someone said, be like a postage stamp, stick to one thing until you get there. You see, in life, you will always meet what is called a turbulence.
Except the postage stamp in South Africa may not even get there. But let's not go there.
Okay. There's something called turbulence. Yeah. I mean, you fly all over the place. Turbulence is this pockets of air that where these jet streams create some certain pressure.
Yes.
But it's clear air, you don't see it with your eyes. But you will hit turbulence, and some turbulence is hectic. I remember one time we hit turbulence when we were flying to I didn't even think we were gonna land. And you could not see it, but you could feel it.
Yes.
And sometimes you will always be challenged to get distracted. Stay put. No, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm focused on. I don't listen to everything else. Stay put. And remember, staying put also gives you balance. When you are in a turbulent situation, the fact that you are focused, you are staying put, brings a lot of balance.
Yes.
Now imagine you're in a flight that's hitting turbulence, and then you start running around, you start jumping around. You're actually increasing the risk chances of actually getting further into danger.
Is it helpful to internalize and accept that turbulences will happen? Will that
absolutely
make it easier to stay put?
In fact, you have to anticipate turbulence. You may not see it, but anticipate it, because when you least expect it, it will hit you.
Yes.
A lot of times, I always say that the clarification or the strength of what we set out to do is in how we are tested through the turbulence.
Yes.
See, some people were gifted. But because they couldn't stay put, they never got to the destination.
Yes.
They say it was just one extra blow that broke the camel's back.
Yes.
What if that blow wasn't delivered because someone couldn't stay put? So sometimes when you've done your research and you've got a good value proposition, stay put, build. Anything substantial does not happen overnight. It's like the moss of bamboo. For years, it grows a taproot down, and then after that, in a year or two, boom, it explodes.
We don't see anything in a year or so.
Yes,
exactly.
yes. But you build. You, the visionary, build it. Stay put. Stay focused. And stay together with people that are building with you.
So, Dr. T,
yes,
I play golf,
right?
And I don't claim to be a good golfer. No. In fact, I'm not a good golfer.
All right.
But I've done a few things. I've really decided this is where I want to go with my game, and I've really put in all the effort. I go to the range. I play enough games over a month. I've even surrounded myself with people that I think have the same vision, and they will help me get there.
Yeah.
I've eliminated the noises that come, the turbulences that come from time to time, and they do come. A bad round, and I write it off to say this is not a description of me. I still know where I'm going. And doing that makes me better. I keep on getting better at what I do.
Yeah.
But I have found that getting better also, from time to time, makes us slightly arrogant. I start then thinking, I can do this. I get to a point where I know I've got a shot that I'm not confident about, but I'm going to take the risk because I can do this thing. And I start taking stupid risks and I suffer. How do we stay away? Well, how do I make sure I don't do that?
There's a principle, I call it stay back.
Yeah.
Stay back. Staying back is understanding the value of boundaries and understanding the threshold of your capabilities. People that can stay back are able to create an atmosphere where they don't take unnecessary risks. See, one of the Achilles heels of confidence is the fact that there can be too much of it and it becomes overconfidence.
Yes.
And when it's overconfidence, it can launch you into zones where you actually end up losing what you have. So staying back is very critical. In fact, the concept of a boundary is not actually as much to keep stuff out as it is to clarify what's in.
Say that again. I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So the concept of a boundary is not so much as keeping stuff out as much as clarifying what's in. Boundaries help you clarify your freedom. You can be yourself. You can be the best you can be because you understand the threshold of your influence and your abilities. So it's the same when you have kids and you say to the kids, guys, you can play in this home, but where the gate and the fence ends, those are the neighbor stuff. Don't go there.
Yes.
But the kids understand that we have as much freedom to be ourselves as long as we don't cross the boundary.
Yes.
That's the point. So people that stay back, they know what they are capable of doing. They know where their strength lies. They know that I can push myself to this limit, and they are able to exercise the best version of themselves within boundaries, and they don't take unnecessary risks.
I like the last thing that you said. So it does not mean I cannot push myself.
No.
But I push myself within my limits and my boundaries
Right.
and my capability.
Right.
Know myself. I gotta know myself.
Right.
Yes.
A lot of times we go off track because we take more than we can handle. We chew more than we can swallow. We put ourselves in the deep end and find ourselves in the middle of a creek without a paddle. It's because we became somehow so overconfident that we ventured into areas where we couldn't function. So staying back means know yourself, understand yourself. Again, it's not so much an external journey as it is an internal journey.
Okay, lastly, Dr. T.
Yes.
I believe that everything that we do hangs, succeeds, or fails on the back of our values. Is the things that I value that will support my purpose, whatever I'm trying to do in life. How does this play in this game?
Right. I call this staying vertical. The final stay is stay vertical. Be true to your values. Be true to your value system. Remember, values determine behavior. and values are embedded into a culture that we have gotten to learn and appreciate and embrace for ourselves. So staying vertical means be an authentic person. If you're going to meet your decade goals, you need to be true. You need to be solid.
Yeah.
If you give a word, make sure that you do what you say you will do. Don't have two faces, whether in business or in your personal relationships. Why? Because people that get to where they are going have what I call structural integrity. Now, structural integrity, when you look at the engineering concept, is the ability of a structure to handle a payload without cracking. So when you say this building has structural integrity, it means that it can handle everything. You put in the furniture, everything that you put in, whatever the people, it stays, it holds together. Yes. And so when I say stay vertical, I'm saying stay true. Become that authentic person. Become a person who backs your word. Becomes a person who follows things through. The other day, I actually did an exercise where I sat down and I said, what things are undone in my life? Where am I still needing to do follow-throughs and dot the T's and close these things? A project there that's undone. There was a commitment there that was... It's very important to be a vertical person where what you see is what you get. People who do that, they generate trust. And trust, by the way, is such a solid... It's capital. It's capital that's more than the capital you can have in your bank account.
Yes.
Being known that that's a vertical person. So with these 5 stays, I think one can stay engaged in their decade goal. One can stay engaged in decade effectiveness. And when you look back, my God, you realize we're able to do it.
If ever there was a Bible you needed to stay on your path, I suggest you stick with these 5 stays. These 5 stays are all there available. You heard him, and we'll actually post them as the 5 stays on our page. And I also suggest that you stay in touch with Dr. T. He's going to give us his details now, because it's very important that you have no excuse when 2029 comes at the end of this decade, and then you say, but I didn't have the tools. Well, we gave you the tools, and we've been very true to our values of giving you the tools. How do they find you, Dr. T?
Well, yeah, I'm available. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Dr. Thando Sibanda, LinkedIn, Dr. Thando Sibanda, Twitter, Dr. Thando Sibanda. Yeah, I'm available, and it would be great to connect.
And if you can't spell his names, we are on Talk with Rams on all platforms, and we shall repeat all his details. Please subscribe to Talk with Rams on podcast and YouTube. Thank you very much. Dr. T, always
great. Brother, it's great. Solid.